G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here, and before I get into this video, I am finishing off my Australian and New Zealand tour over the next couple of weeks, so please go and check out, if you are in one of these towns, or this town, or that town, or this town, or I don't know how many towns, but I'm going to a few, alright? So come along, see me live for the last time in 2022. Now, if you recall the last time I made this video right here about FatTok, it upset some people in the ranks of the fat liberation army. People made videos, people were upset, people commented on those videos about how upset they were, and I think it's about time we did it again. Fucking shall we? For those of you unaware, there is a huge movement all over social media, but particularly located on TikTok, all about obese people not being, welcomed into society, or, just people being nice to them, but celebrated. Put up on a pedestal, a strong pedestal, but a pedestal nonetheless for people to look up to. And that is my whole problem with this. People who are obese saying there's nothing wrong with me, and if you're like me, you shouldn't change. That's incorrect. That's how people die at a young age, and that's why I don't like it. There is something extremely harmful about people like Lizzo, fat activists like her, or Tess Holliday pushing the idea and the attitude that being extremely obese is safe, because it's not. But enough about the serious and me trying to explain that I don't hate fat people. Let's forget about that. Let's jump into the whole concept of hashtag FatTok. This movement, this rolling ball of extreme weight that has taken over social media, shall we? Oh, this one's from the Straits Times, whatever that is, the Strats, okay. Not everyone is fat because they are gluttonous, lazy, and lack self-discipline. It's not always something you can control, says actress Ross Nier. Well, Ross, get a woman's name, all right? For fuck's sake. But also, I absolutely disagree. When you give up, these are the type of things that you say, all right? When you give up on anything in life, these are the things you say. You can't, I can't do it, it's impossible to do. That sounds like giving up, Ross. No one expects you to have a fucking six-pack, but if you just give up, you're never gonna achieve anything in life. You're never gonna get back with Rachel. That's a Friends reference. Moving on. Remy Bader, a TikTok star known for her realistic clothing video hauls, realistic, okay, claimed that during a recent trip with other influencers, a ranch wouldn't allow her to ride the horse due to her weight. I guess horses are fat-phobic, but also there's another part of me that says hashtag horse lives matter. Please don't squish them. Whose fault is it that you're too heavy to ride a horse? Yours, dickhead! But whose fault is it for you to think that it's the horse's fault? It's TikTok's fault, because they are the ones who push this shit, and they are the ones who are infesting the minds of young people and bored people across the world. Everything pro-fat lives, breathes, and grows there. Let's head over to TikTok, shall we?
Before I show you guys these clips, I just need to make it very clear that these videos are extremely triggering, they're violent, and they're disgusting, so this is your warning.
Ideally, they have titties that protrude further than their big belly.
Right, we hope.
If not, they need to be shot in the head like cattle. Love for a guy in full samurai armor and a katana just to dissect them. Right over the navel. And then if they could stay alive long enough for you just to tit fuck them and mouth fuck them, and then they perish from this earth.
Fuck. Okay, that is a friend of mine, Danny Mullen. Now, Danny Mullen is a comedian on YouTube. What he is saying there, although inflammatory like your diet, is, and I just want to preface it with saying, is absolutely without a doubt a joke. He's trying to say the most outrageous things possible just to upset people. And that's what that video did right there. He obviously is not meaning the things he is saying, he's just fucking around. Have you never said something in front of your friends just to make them go, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that, that's so fucked up? If you haven't, sounds like you got shit friends.
That's all you need, because the bottom half of a fat girl, is there anything more worthless?
Listen to his mates here. They're laughing at how fucked up that is. It's because they know that he's talking shit, he's joking.
If you guys know me, you know that I'm rarely at a loss for words. But this really did it for me. This is so fucked up, and I'm asking you guys to please go and report their video.
Fucking tattletales. Obviously it's a joke. Get over it, you fucking sook. The great thing about jokes is they are pretend. They're not real, and you can get away with saying anything because it's not what you actually mean, okay? Try and fucking digest that, you grub.
Got me upside down, spinning around you.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. 6 ways to be a fat ally. Didn't know that fat people needed allies, but sure. Treat fat people with respect and dignity. Okay, I think we can all get around that, sure. Call out fat phobia when you see it and hear it. I displayed fat phobia yesterday. There was a lady at McDonald's. I was going through to get a coffee, right? And she was a large lady. You could see her enormous head. And she had a large fat husband with her. They went through and they got about $80 worth of McDonald's, all right? And I, for some stupid fucking reason, picked the lane behind their big fucking car with their big fucking fat asses in it. And I was stuck there for 10 minutes while they ordered. And the other line was just going through and going through and going through, everyone getting normal sized fucking meals, all right? And you know what I did? Did I sit there calmly, relaxed and go, hey, everybody gets hungry? No! I said, these motherfucking fat hurry up and move. So yeah, I'm a bit of a fat phobe. Seek out fat stories from fat people. No. I will go the exact opposite direction. I will not listen to stories from anyone who doesn't have a fucking 8-pack, all right? Never again. Believe fat people. No, what? Oh, I've got an insulin problem. Oh, I'm always hungry. Oh, no diets work. I don't believe any of you fat Ask restaurants and bars, special event venues, etc. to provide size-inclusive seating options. No. Bring your trailer and sit in that, you fat grub. This is the last one. Take fat friends and family to fat accessible spaces. Take you to SeaWorld. Get in the pool. But I do agree with some of that. You don't want to be fat phobic all the time. But the problem with fat phobia is it includes a lot of things. If you are a doctor and a giant fat person walks into your office and they sit down on your chair and obviously break it and break through the floor, and you say, hey, maybe the reason you're in here today might have something to do with the fact that you're extremely obese. That's fat phobia. Saying to someone, wow, you've lost weight, that's fat phobia as well. Men not being attracted to fat women is also fat phobia. Women not being attracted to fat men, that's fine. That's fine. Being fat and trying to lose weight, that's also fat phobia. Point being, trying to avoid fat phobia and defend the fatties from fat phobia is nearly impossible because they're always moving the goalpost, which is actually quite strange considering they have to get up and move said goalposts. Anyway, the fact of the matter remains that because some people on the fringes of these fat movements and all that shit are so outrageous, they make the whole idea of fat positivity redundant, stupid.
What is something you will not apologize for? I'll go first.
Being fat and loving being fat. If me being fat or me loving my fatness makes you uncomfortable, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
Okay, maybe it is a me problem, but it will become a you problem when you're so proud of your fatness that it ends your life at an earlier point than your life should have ended. And I know you can sit there and pretend to be proud of it because it's easier than sorting out your diet and losing weight, but you're not, are you? That's a lie. And one of the worst things we can do to ourselves is lie to ourselves. One of the other worst things you can do is be quite obese because according to, well, anyone who's anyone in the medical field, 9 of the top 10 causes of death have obesity as a major risk factor, including COVID. So yeah, you could be proud of it and say it's a me problem, but it's definitely a you problem.
Actually, I do want to be fat because bellies are beautiful.
Are they? Are they really beautiful? Are they so beautiful? I reckon you're wrong. But you can actually tell a lot about a person by the size of their belly. The bigger the belly usually indicates that they can't control anything in their own life. They have no self-discipline and they don't care. It also could say that they, drink too much alcohol. Maybe they're addicted to food. It can tell us a lot about a person. One thing it cannot tell us about a person is whether or not they're a good person or not. Absolutely. That is not, I just want to make sure you understand that I don't hate fat people. I hate the idea of fat people giving up trying to lose weight and saying, no, I'm perfect. I hate that because it's going to end terribly for you and your family. That's That's me being honest. But yes, your belly speaks volumes about your own mentality in life. You might say at this point I've only shown ladies complaining about this, and this is because men don't. They don't complain about this shit because no one takes them seriously. Because men are realistic and they go, you're a fat cunt, lose some weight. And ladies, you're too nice. You see this and you go, oh babe, he's so brave, he's so powerful, he's so empowered. No. Stop lying to everyone. Is she? Is that what a medium-sized person looks like? Because if that's what a medium-sized person is, then a large person has to be extremely obese. I'm just saying she's obviously an obese lady, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you're not medium-sized. Stop trying to make yourself feel better by changing what you are called. It's like trying to give yourself a nickname. Oh, I'm Big Dick. Yeah, you can call me Big Dick. I'm not fat, I'm medium. Fuck off. I would hazard a guess and say you're over 35% body fat. That's not a medium, is it?
Being body positive is not an excuse to neglect your health.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm a community health worker and I'm studying public health. And I want to talk about this video and what's wrong with it.
There's something wrong with a lady saying that you should take action and not neglect your health, and you're a public health officer, or soon to be. Looks like the future's in great hands.
You're right. Being body positive is not an excuse to neglect one's health, but that implies that every fat person is unhealthy, and that's simply not true.
Sure, so not every fat person has been diagnosed with an illness, and there are plenty of really fit people out there with illnesses. And just to add in on top of all this, I don't think people should be skinny. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think people should be strong. They should be fit. That's what I want for the world. That's what I try to push out in these videos and these messages. To be fit, to be strong, to be healthy. Not skinny. No one wants to be fucking skinny. If you look like an AIDS victim, you're doing it wrong. And not every person who happens to be fat has diabetes. But if you keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and don't do anything about it, if your chance at the start of your life was 10%, that chance will gradually increase until you probably get diabetes. Obviously.
I myself am a fat person, and while I can't speak for every fat person...
Hang on, zoom in for a second. Can you clean your fucking steering wheel?
I've never had issues with high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. Ever.
Dude, you're 20. That doesn't mean you won't. What a ridiculous statement to make. That's like saying I've run across the road blindfolded 100 times and never been hit by a car, so I'll never be hit by a car. No, that's a dumb duck's attitude, all right? You're gonna get hit by a car eventually, so stop doing it.
Even if I had any problems with those illnesses, that does not mean that I'm less of a person or that I have failed or my body has failed in any type of way. That rhetoric is ableist and fatphobic and rooted in so many other issues, and the idea that fat people have neglected their health upholds the stereotype that all fat people are lazy and slobs, and that's not fucking okay.
Your username here is Feminist Land Whale. Shut up. You look like every young fat dude in year 6 at school. To think that people might actually listen to you makes my brain hurt.
Long story short, a patient came in to get an MRI at a hospital that this guy worked at. Patient didn't fit in the machine, allegedly, and so they referred the patient to another place where they would have a machine that would accommodate them with their size. Dude looks up the address for them because they're like, it's far away, where is it? And he sees that it's whatever it was called, like Marine Life Land or whatever the fuck.
Okay, so someone here was so big that they didn't fit into an MRI machine, okay? And they get sent to Marine World to get MRI'd by a giant fucking MRI. Which must suck, must be very embarrassing, but what do? You need the scan, right?
Anyway, one time I needed like some kind of scan or whatever, and they were like, you're not going to fit in the machine, which is bullshit because the week before I did fit in the machine and I had not changed weight at all. This doctor was just horrifically fatphobic.
Why is it whenever someone questions someone's health when they're fat and says it might have something to do with obesity, they call it fat phobia? Maybe it's about time you started listening to these people rather than fucking arguing against them.
They were like, here's a referral to go and get the scan elsewhere. And I was like, oh, do you have any recommendations? And they were like, try the zoo. Anyway, doctors are fatphobic. The health system is fucked.
Oh yeah, I guarantee that didn't happen. Guarantee it. Okay, let's forget her bullshit and go on a little side quest here. Her name's Gigi Peach, okay? She's got 280,000 followers. She's fat, disabled, mentally ill, queer, non-binary, sex worker icon. Jesus Christ. Can somebody get her some fucking just Prozac now? Although through my research, I did find something quite peculiar. Just to make a quick little diversion away from old GGP, or Gigi Ping, fat lady, whatever her fucking name was, let's have a look at a little subgroup that has emerged from FatTok. It's the world of feeders. Feeders you may have heard of before. It's where a man and a woman get together and the man wants to make the woman really, really, really big because he likes fat chicks. That's what a feeder is. Well, that's the classic example, but that's changed because these women aren't in relationships. They're on OnlyFans or they're on TikTok and they grow their following by growing themselves. Much like Nikocado Avocado. This is perhaps the most unhealthy life and most awful existence I can imagine. Growing yourself extremely fat to finger yourself in front of strangers for $5 a month. Wow. Ladies, time to have a bit of a look at yourself. Okay, so here it is. She's trying to get up out of a chair. Ooh! That's actually like me getting out of bed. When your knees go, fuck Butterfield. Have a look at this poor woman. The hashtags say body positivity, curvy.
So easy.
That's not fucking curvy. That's if that's curvy, so is the earth, all right? Oh my God. Look at her undies. They're not undies, they're fucking pants. That's gross. Ugh. Next one. That's just fucking awful. Jesus.
A reminder that I am very fat and very sexy. And I am 100%.
So she's got a Snapchat here, Lushio Lauren or whatever it is. Feedy, feederism, weight gain, chubby. These are all the hashtags. Big belly, feeder, belly stuffing. God, I've got a stiffy at the moment. This is great. Let's have a look. Let's keep looking. This is a fucking, I've got a whole list of them here. It's fucked. What's wrong with you fucking people? Okay, last one on the list. This all stems from this weird hashtag SSBBW, which stands for Supersize Big Beautiful Women. And that gives them the power by allowing them to grow at home and film it for TikTok and Snapchat and sell things on. Man, if you're doing that, there's issues. There's big issues, you lazy fuck. But it's not just women. It's Nikocado Avocado again. This bloke right here, if you don't know him, he does the exact same thing. He feeds and feeds and feeds himself. He grows and grows and grows, and he makes content about that, sells himself in a way, people laughing at him, not like the chick's fingering himself. Same sort of premise though. He's making, he has OnlyFans as well. I've seen his butthole. That's confronting. Same sort of thing, okay? They sell themselves and they rely on the size of their bodies to make a living. That's not good. That's gonna end in death. Don't be a feeder, if that needs to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a favor to ask. If you see any really good clips or videos anywhere on the internet to do with anything, send them to my Instagram at @thebutsman. I want to see them. Ladies and gents, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. And all we want from these videos, these FatTok videos, is for you to know that there is a way to be a healthier version of yourself. See you later. Stick it up your ass. Bye.